Hi guys, welcome back to UK Firearms and Airguns. First of all, I hope you all had a lovely Christmas and a Happy New Year. But today I'm finally got around to doing the accuracy testing with the Remington Warhawk underlever air rifle. It's chambered in .22 and the scope I'm using on it is the Nico Sterling 4-12x50 adjustable parallax scope. Okay, so I did actually do a video a couple of months ago on the accuracy of this rifle. However, I didn't particularly like it, so I decided to take it down and I wanted to redo it. So I already kind of know what pellet best suits this barrel. All I'm going to say is that this barrel is very pellet fussy. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be shooting at 25 meters, and I'm going to be shooting in five round groups, what I usually do. And the pellets that I'm going to be using are the JSB pellets and the S&K Spitfire pellets. There is a reason why I'm using these that will come apparent later on. So that is the aim of today, and let's just see how this rifle performs at 25 meters, shall we? See how accurate it is and if it's actually any good. Now, on a different note, I was a very lucky man at Christmas because I've got an extremely lovely wife, and she bought me a new toy. Now, it's not an air rifle, it is a crossbow. So I've never had a crossbow before, never shot a crossbow in my life up until probably about 2 weeks ago, maybe two weeks ago, a week and a half ago, and I really like it. I really enjoy shooting it. It's a Guillotine X by Archery Research, and it has a 185-pound draw on it, so it is a pretty powerful crossbow. I did call it a toy, it's not a toy. These are very, very powerful actually, but hopefully we'll be doing some videos with this crossbow soon enough. Like I said though, I've never used a crossbow before, so I really do need to get to know it and learn how to use it properly before I do any videos on it. So hopefully look forward to that. We'll be doing some videos with the Guillotine X crossbow. I did say to her, I said she started something now, because I've never fired a crossbow before, so I wasn't really that interested in them. But since I've actually shot this, I quite like them. So she started something now, she just doesn't realise it. So enough waffling, guys. Let's crack on and do a bit of shooting. Can see there the groupings for the rifle is not particularly that great. Now, a couple of months ago, did do some intense accuracy testings with many different brands of pellets, and the groupings were pretty much the same. I can't seem to get them any better than that. So I found that the Spitfires were the pellet that I got the best grouping with. However, most people know this in the shooting community. SMK Spitfires don't have the best reputation with the manufacturing process. So even though they're a lot better than the old Spitfire pellets, you still get quite a good number of them with damaged skirts, dented up skirts and stuff like that, which is a bit of a shame, because if you can actually find the pellets and they're all formed nicely and correctly, then they're actually a pretty decent pellet, to be honest with you. So the reason why I used the JSPs was just, I knew someone would turn around and say in the comments or something that use a better pellet. So most people will agree JSPs tend to be the best brand of pellet to buy. They are the premium pellet, and the rifle is still not performing very well with them. So I don't know. I'm not all that impressed with the rifle. I don't think it's my shooting personally. If you look at all my other videos with centerfire rifles, rimfire rifles, other air rifles, my shooting's okay, I'd say. I wouldn't say it was bad at all. However, with this rifle, whatever I do, I just simply can't tighten up the groups. I've tried all different positions, you know, I've tried shooting prone, I've tried shooting just on the bench. I've even tried doing the thing that you're not supposed to do with a Springer, and that's shooting it rested. And they just can't, the groups are just not getting any better, no matter what I do. And like I said, the rifle's definitely broken in now. It's had about 1,500 pellets through it. So yeah, unfortunately, it's just how it is. I find that with the, you know, with watching other people's YouTube channels and stuff, and that unfortunately with Remington rifles, SMK rifles, those type of rifles, either you're lucky or you're unlucky. You either get a good rifle or you get a not so good rifle. And I just think maybe the accuracy is a little bit lacking with this rifle, unfortunately. I mean, guys, you watch the video, tell me if you see me doing something wrong, let me know. I don't usually shoot Springers, so if you see something that I'm doing horrendously wrong that I've not picked up on, let me know. Hopefully, if that's the case, then the groupings will tighten up. Anyway, let's talk about the JSP pellets. So I've already measured the groups up. So the first group I got was 4 centimeters. Now I'll take that as I've just cleaned the barrel, so it's probably the barrel leading in. The second group was 3 centimeters, so it did get a little bit better. The next group was 1.5 centimeters, and that was the best group I got with the JSP pellets. It's not the best group I got with the rifle, but the best group I got with the JSP pellets. So the second group was 2 centimeters, and the other group was 2 centimeters. And I found that when I was doing the accuracy testing a few months ago, the JSPs, they're roughly around about 1.5 centimeters, 2 centimeters groupings. So what, 15 millimeter groupings, 20 millimeter groupings at 25 meters. That's pretty much just your standard groupings that I'm getting with JSPs with that rifle. Now, if I go on to the Spitfires, so I did actually get some better groupings with the Spitfires. The Spitfires do seem to be a bit more constant with the groupings. So I got, the first group was 1.5 centimeters. The second group was 1 centimeter. I did pull that shot, hence why I've discounted it, and you'll see on the video that I actually shot six rounds for this group, and that was 1 centimeters. The group here, which I believe was the second worst group, was 3 centimeters, because you've got your 3 rounds there, which are pretty close together, and then you've got your 2 flyers up here. The next group after that was 1.5 centimeters, and then like the JSP, on my last group I got a 4 centimeter group, but I think I was getting a bit tired then, so I kind of like rushed it a bit, and I wasn't really paying too much attention to it on the last group, to be honest with you. And it might have just been the same with the first group with the JSPs. It was the first 5 round group I shot. I just cleaned the barrel and I was just getting into it all. But I don't know, guys, you tell me. For you Springer shooters out there, I mean, is that acceptable groupings at 25 meters? I don't know. To me, they look, apart from the 1 centimeter group, they don't. I'm not impressed with it, and that's the best way I can describe it. I'm not impressed with the rifle at all. I really wouldn't recommend buying one of those rifles, and it's not just because of the accuracy. Because if you guys obviously watch other YouTube channels, far better YouTube channels than mine, and you will see that some guys will get these rifles, these Remington rifles or these SMK rifles, and you know they'd be on the ball. The groupings would be fantastic with them and stuff like that. However, mine doesn't group too well, I don't think, and that's not just the only issue I've had with it. I've had a number of issues with the rifle, with it locking up. So you cock it and then you can't put the rifle back in the battery. It won't allow you to do it, so you've got to then take the rifle apart to try and release it and all that. And then the other thing I've had is where I cock it and then the anti-bear trap doesn't engage, so you can then put it back in the battery without actually pressing the anti-bear trap release catch, which is not great, because you obviously don't want them to fail, because you don't want your finger to be in there or something when you're loading the pellet. Now I know you should hold the underlever where you're loading it anyway, but it still is not the point. It's a safety feature, and I don't know, it just kind of puts me off using the rifle sometimes. So, and then the other thing that you have is the stock, which is a really nice stock. It feels nice, but it's not hard wearing. I've got loads of scratches on that rifle, and I don't even take it anywhere. I just literally put it back in the room, take it outside in the garden, shoot it in the garden, and that's literally all where that rifle goes. And the stock gets scratched up really easily. So yeah, I wouldn't buy another Remington rifle, put it that way. I've got that one. I don't think I'd buy another one. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys, and I look forward to doing another video. Please like and subscribe.